What's going on YouTube? Keith Moore Jr. here. I know it has been a minute, a couple of weeks. My girlfriend competed in her first show, which I helped train her for. She got third place in Bikini Open and Bikini Novice. It was her first show. So after that, I hadn't really recorded any content just because it was a long 20 weeks of helping her prep and whatnot. We went to Miami, enjoyed our time there, so took like a mini vacation. So I apologize for that, but in my last video I posted, I was measuring my calf girth and I was discussing with you all how I wanted to bring my calves up. So today I have a whiteboard and I'm going to put my workout on here for that, what I'll be doing for legs. I'm still doing a push-pull leg split. For those of you all who aren't familiar with that, a push day is chest, triceps, and shoulders. Pull day is back and biceps, and then legs. So today, this video is going to be strictly about my leg training, which I actually started implementing this program earlier this week. So next week, I'll have a leg day video so you all can see, you know, my leg training, and I'll talk with you all through that. So let me see, for the sake of this video, I'll use black to see. I'll make sure, we'll see if you all can see that. But so push pull leg, and I'm going to try to not take a rest day. I'm going to see how my body does with that. I'm definitely an advocate of, you know, taking rest days, but for what I want to do, I want to hit my legs 3 times per week. So if I'm doing push-pull leg, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I want to do, well, I'm starting off the week with legs. So I'm doing legs, push-pull, and then the 4th day will be another leg day. Because if I were to take the 4th day off, then I would only be able to get 2 leg days in per week. So I'm going to try 3, but if my body can't handle it, then I'm going to reduce that to 2 leg days per week. But I think I should be good. So let me take this top off. Haven't used these markers in a while, so hopefully everything's all good. Okay, so you all can see. So move the magnets. Well, let me just write it and then I'll show you all on the screen. So I'm going to have my first leg day of the week. We're just going to call that leg day A. All right, so we got leg day A. No, that is way too small. Let's see. I need to make that way bigger. But I'll write it and I'll talk to you all as I'm writing it down. So yeah, we got leg day A. So for my leg days, since I'll be doing, so I'm trying to find something to write on. Since I'll be doing 3 per week, I want to have a day where I focus on my quads. Then the second leg day where I focus on glutes and hamstrings. And then the third day where I focus on both. So that way I feel like I'll get plenty of volume in. And with that being a weak point, when you have a weak point, you definitely want to increase the frequency, I can't say that word, the frequency of the training for that body part. So that's why I'm doing 3 leg days per week. My push and pull days, those will still be twice a week, of course. And I'll still be applying progressive overload during those days. So for leg day A, that's going to be quad. We're going to focus on the quads that day. So quads. Okay, let's see if you all can see that better now. Okay, that's much better. So leg day A, we're gonna focus on the quads. So for this week, I'm going to have a week where I do high reps, where I do 15 reps. And then the following week, I'm going to do 8 to 10 reps. But keep in mind, I'm going to be tracking. And what I use to track is an app called Gravitus, which I just downloaded. Omar Esoff actually referenced it in one of his videos either a week or two ago. He's a very popular fitness YouTuber if you don't know who he is. But he always has great advice. And I'll put the app in the description box below in case you all want to use that. But it definitely helps with tracking workouts. It's free. So yeah, and I'm not sure. I think Eric Helms is a founder of it, him and someone else. I'm not positive though, but I think so. Well, I know Eric Helms uses it and he has great advice. So for the first leg day 8 for the first week, I always warm up with either hip abductors or hip adductors. So what do we do? For this week, we warmed up with hip adductors. I keep forgetting I have to make this, I have to write bigger. Okay, there we go. So start off with hip adductors. And for that, so this week we started off just warming up 15 reps. So we did 4 sets of 15 on hip adductors. So that's the warm up to kind of, there you go, y'all can see that. You know, loosen up and then stretching in between sets and things like that. So 4 sets of 15 there. And then we move on to hack squats. I really like doing hack squats. I definitely experienced great growth in my legs doing hack squats over the years. So I'm definitely going to keep that in my routine. So hack squats, 4 sets of 15. Then we go on to leg press. And for leg press, you can either do single leg press or you can do both legs at the same time. This week I did single leg because we did it on a machine because the main leg press in the gym was being used by somebody. But for the video's sake, we'll say leg press, and we'll assume it's both legs because going forward, that's what I plan to do. 4 sets of 15. So as you all can see, it's a lot of volume. 15 reps is a ton of volume, and then 4 sets. So like I said, this is the volume week because I'm really trying to switch up the training on my legs and be sure I'm getting that frequency and volume in because that's a weak point of mine. And then after the leg press, we do leg extensions. So same thing with leg extensions, 4 sets of 15. And then after the leg extension, so we have the hack squat, the leg press, the leg extension, and as far as for the quads, let me think. Yeah, that was it for the quads. And then we move on to the calves. So for the calves, I like to do standing calf raises. And if you all are new to the channel, I'm recovering from Achilles rupture. I ruptured my Achilles 10 months ago. So I'm still healing from that, but it's getting a lot better. At one point, I couldn't even really come up on my toes and walk. But now I'm to the point where I can almost do a single leg calf raise on that injured leg. So calf raises, as long as it's both feet at the same time, I'm good with those. So standing calf raises. that was 4 sets of 15 as well. And then from there, moved on to donkey calf raises, which is a great calf builder as well. Shout out to Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was one that he really praised back in the day. All right, so here's my quad focus day. So we got hip abductors, hack squats, leg press, leg extensions, and then we move to calves, standing calf raises, and donkey calf raises. So this is the first quad focus. So just focus on building the quads here, and then depending on depending on my weight at the time, I made, like this week I did cardio after this session, just 15 minutes, because me and my girlfriend are headed to Mexico for a wedding at the end of June. So I'm trying to pick up the cardio just a little bit, nothing too major, but I definitely want to look good for the beach in Cancun. So that's the first leg day this week. Now for the second one, we're going to call that leg day B. So, and that'll be glutes and hammies. So with that one, since I did hip adductors on the first day, for the second leg day, I just switch it, just alternate, and I go to hip abductors. And so we have leg day B, and then let me put I'm put glutes and hamstrings in parentheses just so you all can see that for video purposes, in case anyone wants to like screenshot or anything. So glutes, and I'll put hams. Y'all know what the hams mean. So now we're switching over to just alternate, and it doesn't matter which day you do the hip abductors or adductors. Like I said, it's just to warm up. That's all it's for. And if you need to do more than 4 sets, go right ahead, because I don't jump into the workout until I feel loose and ready. So like I said, in between, I'm still stretching and things like that. So hip abductors, 4 sets of 15. Remember, the whole first week we're keeping the volume high. Then we go to kneeling leg curls, which is you're standing and doing a single leg curl, which is a killer exercise on the hamstrings. That's actually one of my favorite ones, because you really isolate the muscle with that movement. So kneeling leg curls, 4 sets of 15. And then after that, we got into the seated leg curls, which was 4 sets of 15. And then we did lying leg curls. Like when I say we, I'm referring to me and my girlfriend. So we'll say lying hamstring curls, 4 sets of 15. But me and my girlfriend, our hamstrings were fried after this, like completely fried. And then we did glute kickbacks, just on a machine. So, and then we did cardio after this as well. And we didn't do calves after this, because I had done calves on my push day. So I had done calves 2 days in a row, and my calves were fried. But going forward, still going to be doing calves, because I want to do every leg day, I want to do calves. So I'm going to do seated calf raises on this day. And I need to find, I'm going to add one more glute exercise. I didn't do it this week, but I'm going to add hip thrust. And it'll be single leg hip thrust. So we'll just be using a plate. I got this exercise from Jeff Nippert, and I tried it before, and it really, really isolates your glutes doing that single leg hip thrust. So we'll add that. Well, I'll put an arrow and say next week. Add hip thrust. Because, you know, the hamstrings are getting a lot of work. I still want to be able to get that volume in for the glutes as well. And doing 2 exercises, you know, getting 8 sets in for glutes is better than just doing 4. Still want to be balanced. So seated calf raises, 4 sets of 15, and then standing calf raises, 4 sets of 15. All right, so this is leg day B, glutes and hamstrings. So we'll go through a recap real quick. So we got hip abductors, kneeling leg curls, seated leg curls, lying hamstring curls. I didn't put curls there, but lying hamstring curls is what that should say. Glute kickbacks. Next week we're going to add hip thrusts, seated calf raises, and then standing calf raises. 4 sets of 15 on that, all of that. So both of those workouts I did this week already. Now going forward for the following week, for next week, I'm going to lower the reps but increase the weight. So that's where the Gravitus app comes in, because I can see what weight, how many sets and reps I did this past week. And then I can say, okay, if I, like on the, say for the kneeling leg curls, I was doing 70 pounds, or I wasn't doing 70. Well, say for the seated leg curls, I was doing 70 pounds, but for 15 reps. Now next week, if I'm going to do 8 reps, then obviously I'm going to increase that weight. I'm going to take the weight up to like 110 or something like that. And then the following week after that, when I go back to the 15 reps, I want to see if I can maybe crank out either, maybe add an additional set, maybe try to get closer to 20 reps, or add weight. So that's how I'll progress over time. So like I said, that's where the Gravitus app comes in. So that's leg day B, the second leg day. Now, last but not least, leg day C. And this is just like a combination. This is where I just want to really get like my squats in. And it'll be, since this is volume week, it'll be sets of 15 of everything. So leg day C, we'll warm up as usual with hip adductors. Four sets of 15. Oh, and one more thing. So if I do decide, say on my next high rep week for legs, if I do decide to increase the weight, I'll lower my sets. I'll do like 3 sets of 15, but the load will still be going up because I increased the weight. So it's a lot of ways to implement progressive overload. So hip abductors, 4 sets of 15. Squats, just back squats, 4 sets of 15 there. And then I want to do dumbbell step ups. And I actually have this day tomorrow, so I'll record this tomorrow. That'll be good. Dumbbell step ups, 4 sets of 15. And then there was something else. I want to do Bulgarian split squats. I haven't tried them since my injury occurred, so I'll be interested to see if I can do them yet, or see how that stretch feels. Hopefully I can, even if I just have to keep the weight like super light, I still want to do that because I really enjoy that exercise and the isolation you get from it. And then I can't do lunges yet, but when I can do lunges, I'm going to add it. But for now, I'm going to do leg press. 4 sets of 15, calves, standing calf raises. And for the calves, the exercises will either be like standing calf raises, or donkey calf raises, or seated calf raises. I won't really change up the type of calf movements I do, unless I'm doing standing calf raises on either the Smith machine or the machine calf raise that the bench has. But I can easily track. Oh, with calves, I'm progressing on that as well. So I'll either be increasing the reps, the weight, or the sets. So that the same principle of progressive overload applies to that as well. So leg day C, we got hip adductors, squats, back squats, dumbbell step ups, Bulgarian split squats, leg press for now, but once I can comfortably do lunges, we're going to switch over to that. It'll be either probably alternate between dumbbell or barbell, we'll see. Then we got calf raises, standing and seated. So that is my leg routine going forward. That is the high rep week of my leg routine. Now for the low rep week, it'll be the same exercises, but less reps. And then I'll start off next week with 4 sets, but going forward, that's going to change on a weekly basis. But for my lower rep weeks on leg days, I'm going to keep the reps between 8 and 12. Like for a particular weight, I'm going to work up to like 4 sets of 12. And then going to reprogram that and start off with 3 sets of 8. Then, or go up to 5, start off with 5 sets of 8. Yeah, I'll do that. Start off with 5 sets of 8 with that same weight, then 5 sets of 10, 5 sets of 12, and then increase the weight but go down to 3 sets, 3 sets of 8, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 12. Then that same weight go up to 4 sets, etc. So you see how it's progressing over time, because I'm still getting stronger, but I don't have to do like, people think 5 sets of 5 or low reps is the only way to get stronger, and it's not, because I'm building, I'm getting hypertrophy in as well as getting stronger. Like I feel like this combination is really going to help my legs grow. So I will keep you all posted, and I'll record my leg day C tomorrow, and then next week it'll be lower reps. So I'll get a recording in of that as well, either my leg day A or B of next week, where I'm doing 8 reps. So stay tuned for more videos, and then I'll go into details about how I'm doing my push days and my pull days, so you all can see how those go, and I'll record those days as well for you all. But I appreciate the support. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.